Welcome to A Word from the Word for May 10th. Today's Bible reading, Luke 13, 1 through 17. Today's key verse, Luke chapter 13 verse 17. As he said these things, all his adversaries were put to shame, and all the people rejoiced at all the glorious things that were done by him. Today's word from the Word. Don't miss the miracle.
Did you know it is possible to miss a miracle, even when it happens right before your eyes? When Jesus performed miracles and spoke life-changing truths, he often shook his onlookers, who reacted with one of two distinct reactions: amazement and rejoicing, or indignation and resistance. In Luke 13, we witness this division when Jesus heals a woman who had been crippled for 18 years. While the crowd erupts with praise and glorifies God, the religious leaders respond with outrage. This striking contrast unveils a profound truth. Our response to God's work depends on whether we approach Him with humility or pride. The human heart can either be open to God's work or closed off by pride and self-righteousness. Jesus' act of healing brought liberation and joy to the people, but it rattled the religious leaders, whose rigid traditions overshadowed the wonder of the miracle. Their fixation on legalistic rules blinded them to God's miraculous and transformative power unfolding before their very eyes. This reminds us that clinging to our own perspectives or traditions can hinder our ability to recognize and embrace the movement of God's Spirit. As 16th century writer 𝗠𝗜𝗏𝗧 so aptly noted, "There are none so blind as those who will not see." Jesus came to break spiritual chains and set captives free. Yet those leaders were more committed to rules than to the life-giving love of God. Today, similar resistance to Jesus' teachings persists. Here are some examples. His declaration that he alone is the way to God conflicts with modern ideas of pluralism. His call to take up our cross and follow him challenges a culture deeply rooted in self-gratification. His teachings on fidelity in marriage and sexual ethics clash with societal norms of permissiveness and self-indulgence. His exposure of love for sin unsettles those who prefer personal autonomy over divine authority. Even his radical call to forgive enemies can offend those unwilling to extend grace to the undeserving. When Jesus challenges comfort zones or confronts deeply held beliefs, the human heart may resist. But this resistance only limits the freedom he offers. What about us? Do we let our expectations or personal agendas stand in the way of God's blessings? Or do we choose to celebrate his work, surrendering pride and opening our hearts to his grace? Let us follow the crowd's example and respond to the movement of God with awe, wonder, and worship. May we, like them, rejoice at all the glorious things that he is doing. May God grant you eyes to see his work in our world and in your life, and a heart overflowing with praise as you embrace the freedom and joy found in his Spirit. And may you walk boldly in faith and celebrate his goodness today.